play with your freedom. Don't be deceived. You are not doing an election. You are fighting a war to get out of slavery, out of bondage. They don't want to leave office. The Obi does not win. Forget Nigeria.
Yes, my people, as the hot, it don't happen though. Adebanjo of the Afenifere group, he don't send a very powerful message to us. And our work now to share this video because he talks say this message now all about Obi because he talks say this election now do or die. And if Peter Obi don't win, he say Nigeria don't finish because the Northerners and the day power and they don't want to come out because he exposed many secrets. And I will want people to watch and they beg on the Nigerians, people to share this video so I go different villages. We never hear this kind of message before. Please share this video and watch the end. Make una see the very powerful message wey this man, this papa drop. He just shake table today and this message make it reach different people out for this country. I beg una share am, una watch am.
Talking about Obi, talking about this incident, well, it's all right with all of you. You can't share the passion of Clark and myself. Because many of you don't know what was before independence and before the coup of 1966. Many of you grew up after the military coup of 1966 when they turned Nigeria upside down. When we are having all the problems we have settled before independence to live in peace together, if we really want Nigeria sincerely. With all the problems we have, the question of revenue allocation, the question of state police, the question, we have set all that before the military came. All that is issue. What is your duty now? And listen to what you have said. And as Senator Akele said, the battle is on. I don't like us to come here and do these nice speeches. You are in a war. And our opponents are not sleeping at all. They have underrated us when we begin. They are now seeing how will this be go, and they are devising all sorts of machinations. I would like to have a meeting with at least 2 delegates from each place because what I want to say now is this crowd is too much for me. We have a plan for action now. And the deputy leader of Visit Pandem, the ladies folk there, don't take it lightly. This is where I stand. It's not a question. You are fighting for your freedom. It's not an ordinary by-election you're having. The minority Northerners who are holding on this president, they don't want to leave office. Don't play with your freedom. Don't be deceived. You are not doing an election. You are fighting a war to get out of slavery, out of bondage. All this kind of reflection they are doing for you is a camouflage. Many of us are living in denial. Even among the Igbos, they are fighting shy of saying it is our turn because they will say it is an Igbo affair. But the reason is not a different affair. When the Igbos say they want to go, you are cheating them. You say they can't go, you go to war. And the very reason why they feel they are being cheated, you are doing it openly. I don't see. If many of you think of the battle in a philosophical and ideological principle, it is not a question of just an election. Obi phenomenon is not labor, it's not Obi. And as I often said, I'm still repeating, those of us who are voting for Labour now, Obi leadership, Labour Party now is like Nadeco. All those who are there, I am not Labour. You know my background. But Obi is giving this crusade to get the us from the bondage of serious oppressors who are blind oppressors. Don't make a mistake about it. They don't want to go. They don't want to live there. I'm saying it openly. And as that lady said, take it from me. A fellow Yoruba man was speaking to me yesterday at a place. I went to visit somebody, prominent Yoruba man. And that I was asking Baba Iwele, he said, you don't know Baba, I haven't been here. And I said, what are you? He said, you are not Obi. I said, you are gone. When Baba, Obi on the structure. Obi on the structure. They are now, when Opadike was talking about that they want to go through the election, it's not a joke, they have planned it. And you must all be prepared about post-election. You will give it what it takes. And my son, and your son, no, don't clap yet, Joe. It's either bend or break. If Obi does not win, forget Nigeria. Make it, when I say it, please, I'm not the candidate. I don't relate to Obi. I am saying it from the bottom of my heart. There are certain things that I tell this group I'm going to say. One of those who have believed very fervently before, you know him, I won't mention his name now. All that time was talking, I am an uncompromising believer in United Nigeria. I said, you are deceiving yourself. We never agree. He came to me 3 days ago in my village. I was just looking at him. I said, you talking like this? He said, if we win this election, we will never be free again. A non-Christian, a non-northerner, a non-southerner, and non-northerner will never be president. That is their plan. Right now, they are all binding to vote for Atiku, jettisoning their candidate to get a northerner to be there. How they will do it, we will see. But you must be prepared. I don't want you to be saying that. Use that mandate and make it clear that Obi is the president of Nigeria. Anything done to the contrary, they should know that. And I've been saying this before now. If you don't restructure for us to have an agreed constitution, and you don't revert us to the constitution of independence, forget Nigeria. And I often said before, please, just recollect yourself. You are not talking about just making a speech for campaign. I have always advocated change this constitution before the election. There's too much of loophole in it. Nobody supported me. When I was even saying, hey, we must do this thing now before the election. If you don't do the constitution, we won't go anywhere. There is no time. I want to beg all of you here. I believe you are all sincere freedom fighters. You are not just voting on election. As somebody said, go back. Go and work like jackass. Go and make sure that anybody is going to deprive your generation, your children, their freedom and their rights, you will fight your last blood. I ask you, what do you have to get from this election? Next April, I'll be 95. Has God not done enough for me? What's my business whether Nigeria is right or wrong? I have no children going to school. I have no children looking for a job. I have trained them, and they should train themselves, but I have grandchildren. And when those of us who believe we fought for independence, as the Parkland government say, it is the Awolowo and Azikiwe that fought for the independence of this country. And I can claim I was a good follower. These people want to continuously oppress us now, say they don't want independence. It was that agitation we had that the colonial office said, all right, those who don't want independence, those who want self-government, you can have it in 1956. They don't say they are not ready. Because they are not as advanced, they are not as educated as we are. So they said, the colonial office said, well, until you have all your own self-government, you give your independence. You all remember, not that now have the independence, self-government 1959, and we have our independence 1960. We are going on an agreed thing. The autonomy is there. How long do the free education there? Opera did the agricultural development. South Africa to develop all this education following what we did in the Western region. Our Lord be the Party of Ife, he be the Amadu Bello. That was all. Until those who are not satisfied with the position of fairness and equity changed the constitution in 1966 by staging a coup. It is that enforced constitution that we are battling with now. And that's what you want to get rid of. They won't get it off easily. Mind you, freedom is never granted. It's fought for. And you should be prepared to fight for it. By all means. My Igbo brothers, I am not satisfied with your support. Oh, I'm telling you openly. Your people have not put your money as God has given you into this fight. Those of us who are supporting you are poor, we are poor church rats. We are not. South, Middle Belt, Southwest, those who are supporting you from those areas, we are supporting you very well. But we are the weak. We didn't steal any money to spend. Tell your people to come out and give. Obi should not suffer because of money about this election. We are not going to bribe anybody. We don't want your money to bribe. We want your money to you to mobilize. And what I'm seeing in Igbo land, I've never seen it before. I have seen unity of first class. I have always known of Igbo Kwenu. Where do your Igbo Kwenu now?